involved in reverse speech, and then or EVP, and then from there into reverse speech.
I was interested in EVP for a long time. I'd heard about people doing this.
And what does EVP stand for?
It's electronic voice phenomena. It's capturing spirit voices on digital and tape recorders. And I found that really interesting, and I decided I was going to try to do this. And for 3 months, I never heard anything. And then,
well, where'd you first hear about it?
Well, years ago, I was on like a sighting show. I think that was the first time I'd heard anything. People would go out to like the Confederate cemeteries or different places and pick up voices, and I always thought that was very interesting. But I wanted to take it to a new level. I thought, well, I would like to really speak to spirit guides, extraterrestrials, didn't know what I was getting into, angels. I didn't want to just talk to, dead people. I really wanted more. But it took me in a whole other direction.
Now, you've been listening to EVP for a lot of years now, 4 years plus, at least 3 to 6 hours a day, you said. Mm-hmm. How many recorders do you have?
One time I had 10. I've worn a couple of them out. I keep breaking them because I use them so much.
And why were you so determined to talk to your loved ones, the spirit guides, the angels, and those of higher consciousness?
Oh, it just was the neatest thing. I just thought I wanted to get it. I've done so many interviews with people telling me what they think. I wanted to go right to the source. I wanted to talk to a person on the other side, or an angel, or a spirit guide, and say, now or an ET. Okay, now let's hear it right from you.
And so why did you join the American Association for EVP, and how did you get set up at that time?
Well, it's on, they have a website and an e-group, and I just joined it, and I wanted to get their feedback, and they helped me with the technical parts of it, and then and there was a lot of camaraderie and people sending their EVP files and all that. So
now back to those first 3 months, what were your early experiments in EVP like?
Well, for 3 months I didn't hear a thing. And then I heard my name, which I almost jumped out of my skin. And I was running around, playing this for everybody. Listen, what are you doing? And then I got the old Panasonic RRDR60 digital tape recorder, which is very noisy, and you can pick up, because of the internal noise, spirits need a venue, a sound, to create speech. And this had a lot of noise in this recorder. It's really a terrible recorder, but very noisy. And that's when I first started hearing from Francis.
Now, early on you spoke with elementals, you spoke with the tree, you even spoke with the earth spirit itself. What was that
That
not
was
accurate?
all Francis.
That was all
pretending
Francis.
to be an elementical, he called it. It's like, why? It was Francis. He was jerking me around.
We'll get to Francis there in a second. Were your friends concerned about your mental well-being?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
What were they saying to you?
She's really lost it now. She's talking to trees, and they're talking back. But anybody could hear it. It wasn't like it was just in my head. I mean, this is audible. But
she was so excited.
I was just beside myself. And then when I spoke to the earth, and she told me that she was suffering, so I mean, such excruciating pain, and I wept. I mean, it was a very emotional thing, and my friends all thought I was really going to have a breakdown or something. They were very concerned.
And what convinced them that you were okay?
I still don't think they're convinced. No.
Okay,
I tried to be more normal.
How did you begin to talk with a passed-over spirit named Francis Haley?
Well, he was the one talking from the beginning. He lived here. He lived right around here. They live in houses, just in another frequency. And when I went back and reversed him after being jerked around for about 7 or 8 months, 9 months, I could hear where, in reverse, I knew all along that he was just pretending and he was being a jerk. And I kept trying to tell myself in reverse. And in reverse, I could hear him in real time. We would talk back and forth. I would call him a jerk, and it was really interesting. And then, he would, it was mind-blowing. That's why I really said, if you don't reverse, you'll never know